So this is just a quick video to get my thoughts just out my head because I just came back from watching Superman 2025, and so I have thoughts, right? I have thoughts about it. This is not a review, because I'm not like some movie critic or anything like that. I'm just a comic, Superman cartoon, anime, gaming fan, right? So this is up my wheelhouse. I love these kind of movies, right? I tend to be more DC leaning than Marvel leaning, but I love all of them nonetheless, right? So just a quick overview of what my feelings are about this movie. And let me just say, right, coming out of the movie, I really, really miss the Snyderverse, man. I miss the Snyderverse. I really wish it was still going strong, because my gripe with this movie is that it's a cool enough movie. It's not foul in any way. It's just a movie. It's not an experience, right? It is not an experience. It's not a spectacle. It is just a movie. When I saw Man of Steel, the first time I saw Man of Steel, right, I was thinking, well, now that they have Man of Steel, they can make a live action DBZ movie because of the fight scenes in Man of Steel, the displays of strength from Superman in Man of Steel, the fast moving action, because, Zod and them, all them are Kryptonians, and so a lot of strength there. But in this movie, my gosh, it's like, okay, they're punching, they make a loud noise to say it's a powerful punch, but you don't feel that. You don't feel the strength with Superman in this movie. And there are not many feats of strength for real in this movie. And in my opinion, I think the Snyderverse, Man of Steel, is a little bit more human than this movie is trying to be. Because I'm telling you, when Jonathan Kent died in Man of Steel, that was real touching. I know everybody have issues about, oh, I would have saved my father, whatever. That's like Titanic and they saying Jack could have gone and the thing. It's about, plot and story. I felt more connected to Cavill in Man of Steel than in this one, in 2025, right? For some reason, they try. Even the Lewis in Man of Steel was a little bit more believable. Was a little bit more, was a stronger character for me. Like I said, I'm not a critic, but it's just my raw feelings after just watching the movie. I appreciate the fact that they tried to use how humans think about Superman as one of the main issues, one of the antagonizing issues, that human sentiment towards Superman went negative. I mean, just as it went negative as soon as the release, say whatever happened with Lex Luthor, they went back up to normal. Like, oh yeah, we always knew was Luthor, right? But man, just watching the trailer, Crypto was a nice addition too. I enjoy Crypto, right, as a part of that movie. But he might have been a crutch also, right? But man, you look at Man of Steel, I would say maybe Man of Steel is for a more mature audience, whereas Superman 2025 is more of a kid-friendly kind of thing. But I can't even say kid-friendly because I took my son is like, what, 5, 6, and he wasn't really into it that much, and we grew up loving Superman as the hero of all heroes. But Man of Steel, that showed more powerful feats for me, that showed more humanity for me, and that it was just more action, man. It's more action. And I go to a movie to watch Superman for action. The fight scenes in Man of Steel is so much better than in Superman 2025. The depiction of strength and speed in Man of Steel was so much better than Superman 2025. Even the destruction of, Metropolis and cities was so much better depicted in Man of Steel, because, after that, That's how Batman, when Batman saw the destruction and everything, and then that led to a next movie. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on this one. Not as enthused as I thought I would have been, because here's the thing: when I watched Man of Steel, I could recall scenes that I will want to go back to see. Couldn't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. Because I want to rewind, slow down, because these scenes look so spectacular in Man of Steel. But coming out of Superman 2025, there's hardly any scene I want to go back to see. I want to slow down to say, man, how did they do that? That is amazing. Right? In Man of Steel, when the other Kryptonians and them engaging and the speed and the fight and the strength and that kind of thing, you're not seeing that in 2025. You're just not seeing it. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. I know the reviews are out and Man of Steel did poorly, but I feel that this was a part of the DC tax back in the day, because it was Marvel DC and everybody rooting for Marvel, whatever. I felt as though there was some bias towards DC movies, because in hindsight, Man of Steel is a better movie, in my opinion, than Superman 2025. Man of Steel is just better. Yeah, the Cavill versus Cornsweet debate, that's not really my thing. I'm not going to go there. He did a very good job. He embodied Superman, so did Cavill. But I'm guessing Cornsweet did a more, I guess, I don't even know how to put this one, but a more subdued Superman, whereas Cavill was more of a in-your-face Man of Steel Superman. Like, the Snyderverse was dark, and he depicted that very well, right? So it's dark versus light, I guess, but I guess I'm on the dark side, right? I guess I'm a Sith, I'm on the dark side, I don't know. But I preferred the Snyderverse. I enjoyed the Snyder cut of Justice League. I just thought those movies were so much better, and then now they are because of popular sentiment, they are forced to go to the more light-hearted position. But nah, that ain't it. Maybe part 2 might be better, where they might have a very evil. Well, Lex was evil, but they might have a more intimidating villain. I mean, they had a kaiju, a very toy kaiju. Like, that fight wasn't even spectacular. That fight wasn't even, that was just a little play thing, and Superman looking to save squirrels, and I don't know what happened to Soups, man. They really softened Soups in this one. But that's my little feedback on this one. Still prefer Man of Steel, still prefer Snyderverse. They really softened Soups in this one. Alright, that's it for me.